What's up, folks? How we doing? Thanks for checking out the video. Let's go ahead and expand this a little bit so you guys can see it really well. My name's Nick. I'm a web developer, digital advertiser based in Roswell, Georgia. And in this video, we're just going to go over the top end basics of Firebase Studio. Firebase Studio is an app development platform that leverages Gemini to build just about any website, application, game. So you can see these are some projects that I've been working on: a chessboard, a sports league, and a City Connect application. Right, but you can build anything you want with Firebase Studio, and this platform kind of goes along with the whole vibe coding trend that's been going on, where artificial intelligence is being leveraged to essentially build code, right? Build websites, build applications, build games, build processes, that sort of thing. So Firebase Studio is Google's version of that. It leverages Gemini, like I said, and it's fairly new to the scene. So let's just go over like the top end functionality, enough to get you started with Firebase Studios. So once you log in, I suggest using your login information for Google, right? Stick with Google. That way you breeze right through, no problem, when it goes through the verifications. But you'll start out on a page like this. So you can start an app by simply describing your app in this box. Now I'm going to give some more detail to prompts and how to, frame out these applications in just a minute, but just in the short term, this is where you would prompt out an app, and then Google would read your prompt and then start putting together the pieces of your application, the application code, and how they think it should best run, and they put that together for you in Firebase. Okay, so for more technical users, you can develop on specific environments or with specific code languages, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And of course, these are your projects that you started on. Like I said, I've already started a chess game. I'll let you guys check this out. It's just a one-person game now, but I'm developing it. I'm going to put in custom pieces and some custom stuff to it, and at the very end, I'll set up multiplayer for it and then work on getting it published. But this is a simple and easy chess game. I just haven't, I'm still in the process of developing this, so we'll get back out to the top. All right, you can share projects with people, and that's going to show up in shared with me. So if I'm working with a business partner or a colleague or a fellow student, we can work on the same applications here through shared with me. Now, if you are a savvy developer, you know exactly what you want to build on, you would go to New Workspace, and then you could pick out the templates that already have these code bases built and ready to go, professionally built and ready to go. So web development, backend, mobile devices, Android Studio Cloud, Flutter, React Native plus Expo, React Native, AI and model language, databases, miscellaneous, empty workspace, React plus Google Maps, Google Pay for API for web. So as you can see, all this code structure, all these templates are already set up for you, ready to go, based off of what type of project you want to build. Whether it's a CRM with web or backend or a mobile application, it's all here. It's really cool. I haven't figured it all out yet, but I am plugging away at this every day to do so. Okay, so let's get up into prototype an app with AI. Let's prototype an app real quick, something that we can kind of visualize the process and the steps you would take to start an app using Firebase. Now, first thing I would think about when starting, or first thing I've learned as I've developed a bunch of apps on Firebase, on Replit, on Base44, on Lovable, I've dove into these platforms and am starting to just figure it out, right? Well, when you go into your prompt, you want your prompt to be somewhat of a framework of your app, right? You don't want to put the granule stuff of your app, say maybe the way buttons look when you hover over them, or the parallax in an image, or specific images, that sort of thing. You don't want to mess with that early on in the prompt. You just want to build the framework of what you're doing. So let's do an app that for my business that allows clients to log in. Let's do sign up, log in, review and pay invoices, communicate with customer service, and review important content. Okay, an app that is for my business, a mobile app. We'll call it a mobile app, M-O-B-I-L, app that is for my business that allows clients to sign up, log in, review and pay invoices, communicate with customer service, and review important content. So if you're a business-to-business distributor, this app would be great for you, right? To where your clients can log in and pay outstanding invoices. Say you release new products and you have a media kit for those new products, and your retailers need to pull that media kit down and use that media to effectively promote and market that product, right? So this would be a great application for any business that is into business-to-business distribution, right? Let's see, make the app blue, black, and white. You can tell it any color. You could match the company's, on-brand colors, that sort of thing. Make the app blue, black, and white. Make it let's see. Make it look professional. Boom. All right, let's see what we get. It's going to take a few minutes as Firebase goes through that prompt and kind of decides how this app should look. You can only really describe so many things with a sentence like that. And I've seen some people use huge prompts for Firebase Studio or Replit or Base 44, right? So it's all about strategy, and this really isn't very simple. Like, it does simplify coding, but it's still complex in that you're still building the code through your verbal commands, and there's still certain best practices or things. Let's see, things that you need to set your app or site or code up by that are best standards, right? Okay, so it has developed a blueprint for me. Features account creation, secure login, invoice review, payment processing, customer service chat, prioritize chat triage, content review, publish key. Okay, that's good. I can add in the download content later. Maintain a clean typography, looks good. All this looks good. So we're going to go ahead and prototype this app. And again, this application could be perfect for any brand who is working with retailers, but also working with media creators, right? Because you can create a login, almost a CRM specifically for your media creators, to where they can learn about new product drops and download information about new products or upload information about new products, such as review videos or pictures, that sort of thing. I'll fast forward the video on this because this does take a few minutes as Firebase is compiling the code. Alright, we are back and we have an application. It took about 3 or 4 minutes for the code to get compiled by Firebase and put everything together. But as you can see, the application has been completed. It looks about what I would expect for such an app, right? You could plug this in to a mobile app, but you could also plug this into a website as a portal into the back end, right? Okay, so what's cool about these Vibe code editors is you're going to have like a discussion area where you can right here tell it to do things, and then you're going to have a preview area. Right, so just to show you how quick and easy that is, change the background to black. And you can quickly and easily make changes, style changes, look and feel, add content, media, all that sort of thing. So just a few years ago, you would have had to find the actual code that makes this happen in a large file of code, and now you just tell the AI to do it, and it's going to do it for you. Okay, so while we're doing this demo, please take the time to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and maybe drop a comment or ask a question. I'm just trying to get this channel off the ground, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys join me on this journey and help me build the channel. Okay, so it turned everything to blue, which is not black. Okay, so we're going to go change it back. Oops. And then it'll change it back. Okay, so now that we're kind of getting our feet wet with how the back and forth works in this system, it's very important for me to say we're re-engineering apps from the top down when it comes to vibe coding, right? You start with the framework and like the completed project in your mind, and it uses the information that you give it to, funnel down and actually build and complete the project, as you can see it's doing over here in the corner. Everything is back to how it was. So the more back and forth you have with the system, the more variance and code misconfigurations you can get. Which it's funny because it looks like we're dealing with one of those right now. Change the background to white. Container with the login to gray. So there's a lot of back and forth that can happen here, and you can get a lot of code variance that way. So it's an easy way to burn coins if you're paying for, Replit or Base 44, and you're being charged for the amount of work, processing work that you're giving the AI. Then you can really waste a lot of money just going back and forth. So having a frame in your mind on how you want it to look, and then sticking with that frame all the way through the process is going to save you a lot of time, money, and effort. Trust me. Okay, so this is fine. Let's see if we don't have an account sign up. We'll see if I can sign myself up for it. Nick A, email address, create account. Boom. There we go. So in just a few minutes time, we're not going to save that because I'm not going to save this app. So in just a few minutes time, we've developed a full back end. We just need to API connect this to things like accounting software, Shopify, other CRMs or platforms that you would be working with. Dashboard, invoices are going to be here. Support, which is going to be chat with support. That's what we told it from the beginning. and content is where they would be able to download or upload media. And then they log back out. You could create a back end on this for your admins so that they can see who's logging in, who's logging out, who's spending the most time on the application. And yeah, all of this done, prototyped and done in 15 minutes time. It's an exciting time to be alive, people, because I know HTML coding, website development coding. I understand a lot of that, but when it comes to applications and some of this other stuff, while it's similar, it can be very different. So the vibe coding allows you to really get to the point, and if you understand one type of coding and how something should be built, then you can vibe code it out and have it look great and perform great as well too. Okay, so that's going to do it for this particular video. We're getting kind of long. Bear with me. Come back for more videos. I'm going to do some more videos on Firebase, on Replit, on Base 44. I've got some cool stuff I'm building over there as well too. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know if you have any comments. Just a small channel trying to get off the ground, so I really appreciate it. But y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the next video.